If you're someone who loves sci-fi that really sticks with you, the kind that gets you thinking long after the credits roll, you are definitely in the right place today.
Yeah, we're diving into a film that wasn't just entertaining, it really shifted things in first contact cinema.
Mhm.
We're talking Denis Villeneuve's Arrival from 2016.
Exactly. It kind of cemented Villeneuve's reputation, didn't it? But more than that, it just left this huge mark on sci-fi storytelling.
Absolutely. It's a film that really asks you to engage, to think deeply.
Right. And our goal here, our mission for this deep dive, is to give you that shortcut to understanding how Arrival managed to be more than just, spectacle.
How it became this really profound philosophical thing, this sensorial experience, how it redefined first contact on screen.
We're going to peel back the layers. So first, we'll look at Villeneuve's unique style, his visual control, how he uses light and color, that deliberate, almost ambiguous pacing he employs.
And the context around the film, too, how its approach was kind of counter-conventional for mainstream sci-fi at the time.
Then there's the narrative itself, that nonlinear time structure, which is heavily influenced by the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. That's where it gets really interesting.
Definitely. And the design, the look of the heptapods, their language, that totally changed the game for how aliens could be presented.
Oh, yeah. And we absolutely have to talk about the sound. Johan Johansson's score and the overall sound design are just, wow. They add so much depth and tension.
Crucial elements. Then we'll wrap up with how it was received, the awards, and its lasting legacy as, well, auteur science fiction.
Throughout all this, you'll see how it digs into communication, time, and really what it means to be human. So let's jump in.
Okay, so Villeneuve's visual control. It's one of the first things you notice in Arrival, right? Every shot feels incredibly deliberate, almost like a painting.
Yeah, meticulously composed. And Bradford Young's cinematography really leans into that. Those big, wide shots, they make humanity seem so small compared to this vast unknown the aliens represent.
It pulls you right into the mystery.
And it's not just the wide shots. He does that thing with the framing, right? The inverted rule of thirds, asymmetrical framing.
Right, so instead of placing subjects comfortably off-center, he puts them right at the edge, or leaves these big, unnerving empty spaces.
Exactly. And it creates this feeling, this visceral sense of unease and mystery. Without needing jump scares or anything cheap, it makes you feel the strangeness.
He really forces you to look differently.
Yeah.
And the light and color, that's not just background dressing. He uses it to tell the story.
Totally. You see all those cool tones, the grays, the pale blues. It feels isolated, otherworldly. That's the visual language for the alien, the unknown.
But then you get those flashes, those brief moments of warmth in Louise Banks's memories, or what seem like memories at first.
Yeah, it's such a smart contrast. It mirrors the whole film. The whole professional mission versus Louise's really intimate, internal human journey. The light itself tells that story.
And this all ties into his pacing. It's deliberate, almost meditative. It's not rushing you.
No, unlike so much sci-fi. Arrival takes its time, long silences, sustained shots. He doesn't over-explain.
He invites you to reflect, to participate. That ambiguity, especially combined with a nonlinear script, it puts you right in Louise's shoes, feeling her uncertainty and discovery.
That whole deliberate approach makes sense when you look at Villeneuve's background, right? He came from making these introspective dramas like Maelstrom, Polytechnique.
Yeah, films that already showed his sensitivity to complex human dilemmas. So bringing that to sci-fi feels like a natural step for him.
And the timing was interesting, too. It came out in 2016, filmed just before, when he was already making waves with Sicario.
And culturally, it landed in this moment of, well, increasing global tension, communication breakdowns. The film felt like an antidote, almost.
It really did. It stood out against all the franchise blockbusters. It was asking for contemplation, not just action, more philosophical.
Yeah, it carved out space for this kind of thoughtful, auteur-driven sci-fi in the mainstream. Show there was an audience for it.
And even the locations, Montreal, New Mexico, those kind of stark, arid landscapes, they enhanced the alienness without needing crazy sci-fi sets. Made it feel grounded, eerily plausible.
Okay, so let's talk about the really audacious part, the nonlinear time. This is where the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis comes in.
Right, the idea that the language you speak can actually change how you perceive reality, including time itself.
And Villeneuve and the writer, Eric Heisserer, they structure the script so you experience this shift along with Louise as she learns the heptapod language.
It's brilliant, really. You're not just told time is nonlinear. You feel it, those flashes of her daughter. At first, you think they're flashbacks.
But then you slowly realize they're glimpses of the future. past, present, future, all blurring together. It turns the film into this puzzle you solve alongside her.
It makes it incredibly personal and, yeah, mind-bending. It hammers home that language isn't just talk, it shapes your whole reality.
And that idea, that narrative structure, it's definitely had an impact. You see filmmakers playing with similar complex structures more often now. Arrival sort of gave permission, maybe.
Yeah, it showed that complex, thoughtful stories could connect with audiences and spark this deeper kind of cinematic debate.
And speaking of sparking debate, the heptapods themselves, the design is just genius.
Oh, completely. So alien, not just another guy in a suit. Those multiple limbs, that radial symmetry, and their language, those beautiful, complex circles.
Logograms, right? Based on calligraphy. That visual language is almost a character itself.
It totally redefined the look of First Contact in movies. We were so used to humanoids or bugs, but these felt genuinely different, made you grapple with what alien really means.
Forces you to think about other kinds of intelligence, other ways of existing.
And other ways of sounding, too. We have to mention Johan Johansson's score.
Oh, absolutely essential. That score plus the sound effects, it creates such a palpable atmosphere. It's not just background noise.
No, it actively builds the suspense, the emotion. It helps convey that profound alienness, the weight of it all.
How do you score something truly unknown? He used these unusual sounds, unsettling tones, and like you said, those silences that just amplify the mystery.
Yeah, it really changed things, I think, influencing how other sci-fi and genre films approach their scores, now aiming for something more unsettling, more profound, deepening the debate, like you said.
It was no surprise the film resonated so strongly. When it came out, what was it, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics, and audiences loved it too.
Yeah, 82% audience score. Pretty amazing numbers for such a thoughtful, philosophical sci-fi film. Critics raved about Amy Adams, Villeneuve's direction, the script's originality.
Praising its theoretically informed examination of what makes us human, things like that. A perfect blend of emotion and thought. Got 8 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture. That says a lot.
Definitely. And its legacy is strong. Years later, people still talk about Arrival. It's often cited in film studies as a key example of auteur science fiction.
Right, where the director's personal vision and style are front and center, more important than just spectacle. Villeneuve's philosophical depth really shines through.
You can see its influence, too, in other films and shows, exploring communication with the other in more nuanced ways since then.
It really set a new standard. It cemented Villeneuve as just this indispensable filmmaker today.
So wrapping up, Arrival really feels like a milestone, doesn't it? Both for Villeneuve's career and for modern sci-fi.
Yeah, it showed how you can blend the spectacular with the truly intimate, create accessible art, and really push narrative boundaries. It encourages that deeper debate about what cinema can do.
It's more than just a great sci-fi movie. It's this powerful testament to how film can make us question our own perceptions of time, of communication. It kind of charted a new course.
Yeah, and leaves you with that big question, doesn't it? If learning a language could fundamentally change how you see reality, like the film suggests, what else could be unlocked just through the act of understanding, of connecting with something or someone truly different?
That is a powerful thought to end on. So we'd love to hear what you think about all this. What parts of Arrival really stuck with you? Or maybe what other sci-fi films do you feel redefined the genre like this? Let us know. We're keen to hear your thoughts.